side hustle for me is I want to make some extra cash. So the challenge with side hustles, when there's 23 side hustles, then you don't have focus.
Yeah, and there's 23 because the 22 of them didn't make a fuck penny.
Yeah, that's right. Or, people keep trying new things. And I'm not saying don't do that. Absolutely try new things. But get the core of your business right first before you add anything onto it. Hello, TK.
Pete.
How are you?
I'm very well.
I'm very well as well. I'm going to say hello to Corey very early in this episode.
Hello.
Because
how is everyone?
Wonderful.
He's looking very official because he's got a fucking question to ask.
He's actually holding the microphone, which makes me very nervous.
He isn't upgraded to a fucking flash stand like ours. But
no, I haven't got one of those sweet stands that are $180 each.
Acting as though they're yours.
Yeah.
Jeez, easy, mate. It's not about the numbers.
Yeah, I got to get one of those. Got to get me one. I got one of the little Povo ones. Here's the GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
I got the peasant one.
Be good to your mum, mate. It'll all come eventually.
The reason why we're throwing to Corey early is he's got a question, so we're keen to. So is this a viewer question?
This is a viewer question, but it's from quite a long time ago. Okay. So if you're still listening, thank you. If you're not, thank you.
No, we don't thank them for not listening, Corey. That's
well,
slightly counterintuitive.
If they're not listening,
Corey's 9 glasses of shardy deep. He's fucking maggot. Yeah. Who catching an Uber home?
So the question is, what are unexpectedly good side income streams to a restaurant, whether it be merch, functions, certain kinds of events, what works out profitable, and what percentage of overall profit does it contribute? Now, the reason this stuck out to me is because I recently filmed that World of Wine thing for you, but then I realized that was for the bottle shop, not a restaurant. So it's a little bit different.
Same. You could
kind of
class it as a
related
function,
entity.
Right? Yeah. I mean, my take on that, good and really, really good question. I just think you don't take your eye, again, 2 cents worth, don't take your eyes off the prize. If your main income stream is a restaurant, you should put all of your energy and effort into the restaurant. But I don't think that, I wouldn't class, I don't know what you think, Pete, it'd be interesting to see what you say, but I don't think that functions are like an external arm of I think it's part and parcel of it. But funny, we take probably a different view than most, I think, on functions. You very, very rarely see our restaurants booked out for private events, only because we say they're for the locals and we need them open for the locals. I don't want anybody to go, I wonder if they're booked out tonight. Or you won't get in there on Saturday night because they've always got a wedding on. We don't want to do that. So if we, and again, I really don't think that this is the approach for every venue, but we outprice ourselves. We put ourselves in a price bracket on a Saturday night for a wedding. If you really want to get married there and you've got the cash, it's ridiculous and we'll do it. But we primarily pride ourselves on just being a restaurant. Now, do we give away a few bucks for that? I don't think so, because I think what it does is it generally makes our Saturday nights so regularly busy, like, because everybody knows that we're always opened, So I think functions are different. I think, and I don't think it's the land of milk and honey with it. I think they can generally be hard work for the dollars. Now, we turned a restaurant space into a function space out of necessity, only because we were getting demand for private functions, but we didn't have the space to do them.
Yeah.
And this is the RB space, which is a 70-seat restaurant. Both of you dined in there, and the food was great, service was good, but we decided with the general inquiry with Rice Boy for functions, we thought let's take away the financial burden of the restaurant component to it, the labour, the food every week, the booze, and we turned it into a function venue, and that was good for us. It's certainly not going to make us wealthy. Like it wipes its ass, pays its rent, pays the staff. It was a good decision to make, but it was a good decision to make only because the restaurant was proving to be challenging. And I'm not saying challenging, losing a bunch of money, but it wasn't making any. And I don't do what I do for fun.
Yeah.
If I can't make a quid out of it, we won't do it. merch and stuff like that. I think if it's in any way a great representation of your brand, and it supports and enhances the brand and the dining experience for the guests, well, why not? Well, we sell stubby coasters and hats at Ricey, and we get a lot of people from interstate going, "Oh, we'll buy a stubby cooler for $5." We don't do it as a big money making opportunity, but I won't say that I've never thought about it. Like in our venue, we've got an opportunity maybe to sell some stuff on the group page, like the TKRG page. And I think I get asked all the time about what knives do you use, what pans do you use, what pots do you use, what wine opener do you use? And I come back home and my wife often goes, "We've got to get a merch section of our website." So I think there's opportunity there. But
to rely on it as a source of
and I don't do retail very well, so I don't know. I don't know where to buy it from. I don't. So what I know is I know restaurants and I know food, so I stick to my lane. I'm not suggesting that that's the Messiah approach, but I'm suggesting if you can make a quid out of it and it doesn't take your eye off the prize, why not?
I think there's multiple parts to this.
Good question,
because it's like, there's a difference between a side hustle and changing direction as well. So, and potentially that idea of events, I think if it's an event that is outside of the venue, if it's something that is, let's say you're on a small street with a couple of other restaurants and someone comes up with the idea of shutting the street down, doing a street party in some way.
Because you guys at Restaurant 2 used to do the bridge.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Oh, my God.
They used to shut a whole bridge down and make it a dining room.
It was
a fucking proper, right?
It was crazy. It was absolutely.
Was that good for you in the restaurant?
Not really. No, it was sort of charity based. So
right.
And I think it was a table of, I think we can only do 20 on there. I think I did 2 years of it. But also I did have a bit of a thing where I was like, and I don't like out caters. I don't like doing those kind of events because
it's hard to do it at the same level as well. Exactly. And I know you very well, and you are so fucking hyper pedantic about how things are done. You take you out of your domain, and
you're on a bridge. It's a different thing. The last one that I actually did, it ended up getting called off because there's a storm came through.
Was that the first? I think that was the first year of the Stokehouse opening because
the blue glass
proper fucking storm.
It was
right?
Hardcore, like summer storm.
Wiped it out.
Just ripped everything off. It's like tables being thrown in the river and stuff like that.
But why does your level of hospitality change?
No, it doesn't. It's very hard to do it when you're out of your comfort zone and you're out of your restaurant. You don't have all of the tools that you normally would have.
Yeah,
because in that situation you can't just like copy and paste.
Yeah, my comment was more about, I know how Pete, he wants a bottle of wine opened this way and he wants it poured this way and it needs this glass and it there's a level to it and there's a literally level you can't do when you're not inside the venue.
But it's also it's still fun for the people. They generally have a good time. But for me, it's like it's hard. It's a lot harder to do it. And I've cooked with particularly Dave Pugh. When we were at Restaurant 2, we did our caters. He and I did plenty of stuff in people's homes. We've, setting up kitchens in fucking hallways and cupboards and corporate things. And you're just like, what are we doing here? How do we get to this point? And that was taking us away from our core business. So it was like...
Do you think it hurt you?
No, I don't think so. I think it was actually really good.
Oh, so it made you some money?
Definitely, because it drove people into the restaurant.
I can't imagine that would have been cheap back in the day.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. But it was marketing.
I've done the opposite. I've taken it because I wanted the business and I didn't charge enough. And I think, one, I didn't charge enough because I was just clawing at it to get it. And two, it took me out of the venue when it wasn't charging enough. Yeah. So it was a double-edged sword that hurt me.
And particularly when you're known, like if it's a restaurant where it's yours or you're the chef, people expect you to be there.
You can't send somebody else.
Absolutely right.
And that's happened to me before.
It makes it tough. So
they ordered an outcater through the restaurant and they expected me to be there and I wasn't there and they fucking lit up. Yeah. And I'm like, I've never told you once never once did I think that I was going to go and do it. Yeah. I've got fucking restaurants to run. I can't be there.
But I think The other part of it is, if it's an event that is, again, more of a community event potentially. If it's something that, like, the wine event that you guys just did, that's sort of dovetails in really nicely, but doesn't take you away from your core business.
But I think, going back to that was very different because that was dollar productive. We were selling booze there, so it worked.
So that's the thing; it leads into other things.
If I can talk about an event that we just did, which was the Asian Food Festival. Corey, you came up and shot some great images.
Up at Spices Tamarin. Yeah.
It was
Pretty
epic
sick
event.
video.
Right? Yeah.
Great venue, great location.
Basically,
for that.
Great video.
Basically 1,000 people over a 2-day event.
Yeah.
Now,
they're up to 2 days now.
Yeah, which I don't know. I reckon that you're better off charging more and doing one. But anyway, that's again, it's an opinion. But for us, do we go up there and go, fuck, we made some good cabbage, got to go back next year? I think it's exactly what you said. I think it's a combination of both. One, all the staff had a great time going up there. Two, we made a few bucks. It wasn't epically profitable.
Fairly neutral, those kind of things.
But the numbers were black, and they were okay.
Yeah.
And I always say, as long as it doesn't cost us money, but the other two reasons we need to do it need to be strong.
Yeah.
Fun is strong for me. I want to do something that's fun.
Yeah.
But two, promotion. So 90% of the crowd up there were local.
Yeah.
And we are so predominantly local.
Yeah.
And I was up there kissing cheeks, shaking hands all day, and the locals loved the fact that Rice Boy, we don't do events in Ricey apart from in the function space. The restaurant's always open. We never shut it down for events.
Yeah.
So for us to go up to the hill, 25 minutes away in the middle of the boondocks, and serve prawn toast in a paddock, it was fun.
It was
Absolutely.
And people were having a great time up there.
And
so
they
kudos to the curated plate. Kudos to Spices.
Good.
The Asian Food Festival's been around for a long time. So I think things like that. So long as we and every single time the curated plate Asian Food Festival comes up and we have an internal conversation about it, the big thing I always say is you need to, before we commit to this, you need to make sure that you can tell me adamantly that we've got the resources to be able to do it. That's not going to take away from the people that are going into that restaurant who've probably gone in there 2 times this week and are going in for the third because they're super important to me.
Absolutely.
Like, to me, I'll guard that with my fucking life.
Yeah.
Should they, just gathering my thoughts here while you guys speak and thinking about the question, and they're talking about profits, percentage. They're not really specifying any time frame. So I'm imagining it's over the financial year.
Yeah.
What about if you were to say not worry about the year's, I guess, profit percentage from those events, and started to look at those events as rather than an extra income source, but rather a community outreach? It's like being a part of your community and showing, that will probably increase your profits over the long run.
I think there's definitely parts of that where...
So, sorry, just real quick. So rather than making money on the event, focus on the best possible experience for anyone coming to your tent or whatever it is. So like whatever it is, you'll get, you might get an extra cup of cordial or something like that. It's a hot day. Here's a cup of cordial. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Just take it. Something along those lines. Giving someone the best possible experience for that. Like, because when you walk away,
but the hard part is it's not a great representation of what our business is. When you eat it, it's good.
I think that's really important. Is it's like whatever you do, you're an ambassador of your venue, and so the expectation is from anyone eating that food, like the Asian Food Festival, that Rice Boy food had to be Rice Boy food. If it's not, then you're going to do yourself a disservice. So I think it's really critical in all of these things. Profit, again, it's what are you doing it for? If a side hustle for me is I want to make some extra cash. So the challenge with side hustles, when there's 23 side hustles, then you don't have focus.
Yeah, and there's 23 because the 22 of them didn't make a fuck penny.
Yeah, that's right. Or people keep trying new things. And I'm not saying don't do that. Absolutely try new things, but get the core of your business right first before you add anything onto it.
I think that is such a critical thing. Like, God bless my fucking eldest son, Michael, and he's got a great business. But that's if there's one thing that I keep drumming into him, because he has got so much of my entrepreneurial blood, which is fantastic. But also, you need people around you that, like, I've got some internal people that I speak to who knock me down all the time because I need it. But he's always got this next thing. Oh, fuck, you got to do this, got to do that. And if you're not careful, you've what you said then was so true. Your core business, what's going to pay the bills?
Yeah.
What are you paying your Telstra bill or your
staff,
rent,
your
whatever?
rent.
Because the Asian Food Festival didn't do that for us. But I look at it and I go, what's your venue? Because you worked at Esquire, which was the greatest restaurant Queensland's ever seen. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do You couldn't do a festival for Esquire because every part of Esquire, from the moment you rang up to make a booking, all the way through to when you paid your bill, was an experience that was the same as the greatest restaurants in Australia. You can't take that and put it.
It's challenging to translate it.
Like, I remember when Ryan was a good mate of mine. We did the Noosa Food and Wine Festival together, and he fucking struggled so hard up there because he's used to doing 20 plates of something, and suddenly you've got to do 400.
Yeah,
and he'd
20 plates with 40 movements on each plate.
He'd roll in from the beach in his boardies and then go, "Oh, I'm fucked there."
Yeah,
and his level of pedanticness was off the chain.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful.
And I think what's important from that is that level of being pedantic and being focused can be good. It also can be bad. It can be challenging, I suppose, in those sort of situations. But I think there's an understanding of what a side hustle is, or in that question, it's like, what's the side hustle? Is it something that is if you're because side hustle for me is removed from what you normally do, like dramatically. Whereas if a side hustle for me is like selling booze on the side to someone else, like, well, that's just going to take away from my business. It's like from what I get paid to do. I think that anything that takes you away from your core, you need to be very, very careful of why you're doing that. And if it's to chase a few bucks, is it the right thing? Because you may be better off, like we said, like spending that time and money and effort on looking after something internally rather than looking for the next big thing. One of the things for restaurants that they do tend to do quite a lot is outcaters. That's something that you get to a point, but also with outcaters, again, it's like, well, now I've got to take out someone out of service, got to take a decent floor staff member out. That just will have a negative impact on someone's experience in the restaurant, which is the vehicle for paying the bills week to week.
And I think what people underestimate is the fact that an outcater is generally going to cost more.
Yeah.
So the level of expectation's higher.
Yeah.
The person that's asked you to go there clearly is a fan of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So they've got a level of expectation.
Yeah.
Then you add a 20% outcater tax to that.
Yeah. It's huge. I remember Dave, oh God, one of our customers, great customers, really good people, super lovely, Isabel and Ken. And Dave was painted for an Archibald Prize once.
Oh, fuck.
And so he sat for it. They didn't, I don't think they won, but I think it was Archibald. Anyway, it was a
big
massive picture of him. They bought it. And so you go to their house and he would go and there's a massive fucking picture of himself. It's like, this is weird. It's like this weird sort of shrine to Pewee in the corner. It was hilarious.
Grabbing the bull by the horns.
Yeah, it's like
it's a metaphor.
Yeah. But thank you. But yeah, it was like that kind of level of, I suppose, trust, and there's a level when that kind of a customer, they generally know you pretty well. Like, they've dined in the restaurant 10, 20, 30, 50 times. These guys were there. They were there a lot, and they were awesome. But that expectation is quite high. And then you walk in and there's a giant fucking painting of you. It's like, that's weird. Because
you got to be really careful, because if you go there and it's not at least to the level of your restaurant,
there's a challenge.
Which is very hard to do.
Absolutely. When you're out of your comfort zone, it's really, really tough.
Mate, you're doing an outcater and you mess up. You can't go to the fridge and grab one more.
No.
So my advice is just be careful, because you can harm yourself rather than
absolutely. Then add any kind of benefits.
Correct.
I think, you've got to look at it from different points of view. Obviously, financial is a big one. If that's what it is, if that's the drive, then sure, do the math. But be wary, or not wary, be aware of what the impact can have on your business from taking people out, taking yourself out, closing, like you said, even closing for the night. What does that mean? Like our venue's the same thing. It's like we generally don't want to do events, but it's hard when someone comes in and goes, we'll take the whole venue, here's a check. It's like, okay, thanks very much.
And that's
like
what
you've got, commercially, it doesn't make sense to say no.
And that's all we do is we go, well, there's got to be a tax on shutting the restaurant. And if you want it that bad, you'll pay it. And if you don't, we're okay with that.
That's okay, yeah,
like,
exactly.
just come in for dinner. We're not saying no to you,
Yeah.
but if you want to have 100 people in the venue and you want to shut the venue down, that's just expensive.
Yeah.
And you know what? I find that most people are really accepting of that and nearly appreciative of it because they're like, you're our local neighbourhood restaurant, so we want to come in on a Tuesday, not have to worry about you being shut, and we want to come in on a Saturday 50 times a year and know that there's it's a very rare thing that you'll be closed.
Whereas I'm thinking back to Restaurant 2 Days, we do 50 plus weddings a year.
Oh, no, you guys, just
that's just what we. There's some that we do 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah, see. Back in the wine bar days, my first restaurant, we did a few, and I think it hurt us because the more we did, we found our Saturday nights got softer. Now, I'm not saying softer where we weren't doing still a few people, but it wasn't long before we were doing double sittings, and then it was, you do 140, and then suddenly it was 130, and suddenly 120, and I started asking people and they were like, oh, we went to go in last week and, we didn't make a booking because we live on the street and you guys are our favourite restaurant. We wandered down and you had a wedding.
You're closed.
So we thought you might have had another wedding this week. And we're like...
And all of a sudden they just did take you off the roster. So
then I started really paying attention to a lot of restaurants that did weddings really, really well. And Daniel Jarrett, actually, from Spices Tamarind, he's just about to open a new restaurant up in Mullaney. Shout out to Dan. He was running a restaurant called Ebb, which was 100 metres down the road, and they did weddings so fucking well, or events so well. But the problem is they did them so well that they booked themselves out nearly every Saturday night, every Sunday lunch for a wedding. So their a la carte trade went to shit. So suddenly, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they were doing 5 for lunch, 20 for dinner, because people didn't know they were opened, and they didn't want to risk not getting a booking.
So there is double-edged swords with that. Just to talk about the merch thing, I think again it's going to be right for the business.
It's relevant.
Like it's like there's no point in
I think it's more of a marketing thing. I don't think you should ever rely on merch for profit.
No, I mean from a profit perspective, sure, because the costs can be quite low if you get the right kind of product, and you particularly if you're not buying 500 shirts and certainly if you just get them done to order, like there's 100 different places you can get that done.
Jesus,
now.
is it Spotify where you can get it? Shopify.
Shopify.
You don't even have to hold it.
No.
But I look at it and I go, I'd buy a Rickshaw's stubby cooler, a Rickshaw's shirt. I wouldn't buy an Esquire stubby cooler, an Esquire shirt. No. But Esquire was a fucking. And I don't. Isn't that the psychology around that really interesting? Because I'm like, there's some brands that really fit that merch stuff, and there's I wouldn't buy a Market Bistro stubby cooler.
Do you know who?
But
it's funny.
I've got 10 Rice Boy stubby coolers in my truck.
The story that's told, like it all comes down to the story that's told and the lifestyle that they associate with. Think about Yeti. They're coolers. They sell Eskies, and like people walk around with.
Yeah. I fucking
Yeti
love
shirts.
I find that really weird, the merch, the Yeti merch stuff, to be honest.
It's real, but like when you think Yeti,
if you
you're not
YouTube it,
you're not thinking about the coolers. You're thinking about the lifestyle that comes with it.
Mate,
absolutely.
You showed me about the Yeti fucking YouTube channel. You've got to watch it. It's literally like I want to watch the Yeti YouTube channel. It's fucking so cool.
There's a really, really good show
It's
called...
probably too cool for me.
No, it's not. It's just fucking...
There's my favourite video on there is called The Captain's Daughter. No, sorry. I think it's either called The Good Captain or The Captain's Daughter.
The Captain's Daughter is a Perugian beach.
But it is... It's
a great bar.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is one of the... It might even be just be called The Captain.
North of the bridge for you now.
No, it's too
but
far.
it's like the most heartwarming father and daughter story
Right.
about a father who's a fisherman and a daughter who follows in his tracks.
Oh, I've watched part of that.
It
There
is.
you are.
It is one of the most beautiful.
I think. Or I saw something about this just recently.
Yeah, it's probably a year or two old. It's made by a production company called Real as Dirt, who are one of the best narrative,
There's no Corey fan going.
Easy Tiger.
one of the best narrative driven
Production companies,
out there. Like his work is phenomenal.
I
But
think
isn't it amazing? Like Yeti does that, and then Red Bull's the same. Like Red Bull, find me a picture of a Red Bull can in a Red Bull Instagram, TikTok.
no, there's not.
There's none. They're selling a story.
The only time
If you
see
drink
them is
Red
like-
Bull, you can fucking fly a jet plane this way
Yeah.
or drive an F1 car.
Yeah, and it's just
tried
that
so
by
hard.
association.
Can't even buy a
It's-
shirt
it's-
that fits me.
It's that story. Like you buy, the brand Filson.
Nope.
It's like a
Camera
your
brand.
No. It's like a American like farm. It's like Carhartt but on steroids.
Oh yeah, like
The thing is,
John
like,
Deere.
It's like $700 for a jacket.
but Carhartt, it was
Jesus
like
Christ.
that's the thing. Like brands like Carhartt, where
Oh,
they're
you
literally
know it.
Carhartt, I do. They're like that was literally farm equipment. Like
Yeah,
that, it's
exactly.
like old dudes would wear that
It's
kind
like
of stuff. Now
Ringers.
they're like, yeah, exactly.
Ringers is
It's like-
$100 shirt, but it lasts for fucking 30 years.
Yeah, but like
R.M. Williams.
Filson's logo.
feel free, no free ads, but
Phil,
You know, it's a
Happy-
fucking $300
happy to
jumper.
be
Filson?
sponsored.
yes,
Yeah, because
Phil-
it's merino fucking lamb's wool.
but like
No, the other one's Lambswool.
I was listening to this book on marketing called Story Brand. No, sorry, Build a Story Brand. By Donald. I think his name's Donald Miller. But it does tie into what we're talking about now, and it's the story that we tell and breaking your business down into like 5 sound bites. It's like when someone asks what you do, you should be able to say it in a minimum of
100%.
like 5 sound bites. And he was talking about the advertising for Filson and how it drew him in. And one of their big taglines that's sewed into all their shirts is "May as well have the best."
Mm.
And like all their branding and marketing is. I'll show you after the show. There's a very good photographer named Jay Kolsch who does like all of their work.
No free ads again. But.
Jay, his work is phenomenal. He's that sought after. He doesn't even have to have a website. I love his work.
Yeah, merchandise is funny.
I do-
like
I was just going to say the thing with merch for me is that the general group of businesses that do it very, very well is breweries.
yeah, true.
They nail it.
They have a cult following.
There is, and that's the thing, because people go there and they're like, "I love this beer. It makes me feel good. I need a shirt."
I've
Was
got
it
a
you
Torella shirt.
at the at market that did the bucket hats.
Yeah,
the Forex bucket.
Forex Gold bucket hats.
And we all thought that was going to be the naffest thing. And didn't you get
people loved it? People went
you got
stupid for
railed
it. Yeah,
over
absolutely.
that?
Yeah, people love that stuff. It was mainly
eggplant,
stuff. It was just,
eggplant emoji?
Railed.
Yeah,
but
I find the whole merch thing really fascinating.
yeah,
But like it's not about the merch. I find when I wear something like something that's branded, whether it's Patagonia or Filson. Like I don't have anything Filson, but I got a couple Carhartt shirts. It's like that story that comes along with it. Like
yeah.
I associate with what they're saying.
Absolutely. And that's,
Yeah.
it's also the reason why you'd go back and buy that thing again. So it's like if the brand is strong and the quality of product is strong, then you're going to go back. Like for me, there's only a couple of places I'm going to shop.
Yeah.
Costco and
Volume.
Mate,
Volume.
don't discount it.
Costco,
don't
and
discount
Market
it.
Wine
and,
Store.
and R.M. Williams. But I think that, and like that lifestyle thing is a big part of it as well. So that's the thing. It's like if you
Coca-Cola start that years ago.
What's
It's
that?
like you drink Coca-Cola and you're going to be this person with this beautiful
Oh, yeah,
girl
absolutely,
with wearing a bikini.
Yeah.
Like that's how Coca-Cola got famous,
yeah,
right?
Coke is life.
Those-
I mean,
yeah,
what were the original?
Absolutely.
all those-
And then you look at the Yeti ads now, and if you don't think that they're looking at that original Coke ad,
Yeah.
somebody pitched them there. I'm sure I've said that 1,000 times that
It's like it's a similar sort of thing. What's
if,
the Marlboro Man?
if I have a Yeti Esky, I am Rip or I am fucking John Dutton. That's what I feel like. And it's like I'm the furthest fucking thing from that.
Yeah.
But that just shows me that brand is so fucking powerful. And
Yeah.
those other brands that you've just mentioned that I haven't heard of, I'm researching that tonight because I find that unbelievable.
thinking of brewery and lifestyle, like at
Yep.
Your Mates, great example there. Like their merch is fishing shirts and stuff that's like relevant for them.
So on brand.
That's what I mean. It makes sense.
Even if you ring Hep and you get his answering machine, it's you swear
The
you're
answering
speaking
machine, you
to
go back
that.
to 1987 and get an answering machine.
That's g'day, mate. It's exactly like his logo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a strong brand.
Yeah.
And I think, going back to your question, I would buy a Your Mates fucking a stubby cooler or a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's funny, isn't it? Like I think again, it's not going to be stick to your core business. But if you can put a few bucks in the till, why not have a look at it? But
if it's an addition that doesn't cost you too much time, energy, and money,
and don't invest $20,000 in getting 4 million of these stubby coolers.
No.
What I would do is my 2 cents worth on merch, and I am not the merch messiah, but buy 20.
that's a shirt right there, the merch messiah.
Yeah, buy 20 and don't make a penny on them. And if you sell them really quickly, buy 30.
Well, it's also
Then buy 50.
Give 'em
and
to-
then
give
if
'em
it
to
works,
Yeah.
mate. The biggest thing for me with the Rice Boy shirts, we've got some merch that we hang up, and we don't do it for any other reason, but we get Rice Boy shirts that have staff written on them. But mate, when we had Hello Harry, I would wait until we'd see a table of girls come in that, that or guys, and we're like, do they fit our brand really well? And we'd go and give them shirts and go, we'll give you these free shirts and we'll buy you dinner so long as you go and change right now and put this shirt on.
Yeah.
And the uptake on that was like 80%.
Yeah, of course.
And because we're back in the Hello Harry days, the restaurant was in a bit of a nightclub precinct. We'd have
a bit of a nightclub. It was the only nightclub.
So we'd have 15 or 20 people walking around Ocean Street with a fucking Hello Harry shirt on because they got a free feed and they had to wear the shirt.
Yeah, and they had a great time. It's like
and
that.
for me, the shirt costs $8 or $10 or whatever. That is way more valuable marketing than what it is taking a one-page ad out in a newspaper.
Absolutely.
Well, no, I was about to say if
Maybe
I was
what's the why?
if
That's
I-
a good.
if I was to put in my 2 cents, I would say to rather than put money into like merch, like I would say record yourself on the phone engaging with the community. Put it on YouTube. Use these big powerful search platforms and spend the money that you would put on merch, buying 500, buying 150 shirts or whatever, putting that into sponsored ads or something like that, and show people you're in the community. You're not just asking, you're giving.
Yeah.
The whole YouTube channel's a no-brainer for me. And I know we've got all restaurants. The amount of restaurants we've got, and none of them apart from our group has got a YouTube channel, but it's the cheapest form of marketing you can do. And
it's the biggest
just
search
grow
engine
it.
in the world.
But it's also
more people watch YouTube than TV.
Yeah.
I don't.
When was the last time we watched free to air?
I don't have free to air. I don't have access to free to air.
Just watch YouTube.
It's like a home phone. Who has a home phone?
I don't think anyone does anymore.
It's the best thing in the world.
mum
People
does.
can. I'm watching this dude right now, hour and a half video, made himself just on the smell of an oily rag, as you say. He's going around America, traveling with a 8x10 camera, film camera, the old
school. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
just photographing stuff for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars worth of film.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. One frame would be worth like $45.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And he's doing it like that's the beauty of YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
I think the only other thing with that I would say is that there's a lot of like small businesses that they don't have the time.
No.
You know, a lot of people because they're worried.
they think they don't have the time.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, but their focus is, and we're telling people to focus on your core business, but then also go and start a YouTube channel. It's like, hang on, you got to have the business at the point where you can do that.
Or what you can do, and I'm sorry to attack you here because I will.
Go for it.
But you don't need video yourself setting the restaurant up.
Yeah.
Video. Dobbers did it very well at Market Bistro.
Throw the
he
POV
put this
on.
fucking stupid necklace thing and videoed himself cooking, and he got 500,000 followers. I'm not suggesting everyone's going to do that because
No.
But
there's ways to do it that aren't super expensive.
Fine.
You don't have to-
it's I reckon that's a better use of your time than going and buying 500 stubby coolers. But what you're saying is the same as me is you don't need to do that in this day and age. You can buy 10 or 15 if they sell great. But
buy more. Yeah.
I keep going. Do you want to is the stubby cooler enhancing your business? Because I reckon you're better off spending the $5 and pouring somebody a free glass of wine and go, I seen you had that Talangi Shardy. Have you tried the Mayfield Shardy?
Yeah.
And just, even if it's half a glass, costs you $3.
Yeah.
Pour it out, and I reckon sometimes that can be a better use of your money than having a whole bunch of merch hanging around at the back of the restaurant.
Totally.
But,
and it's also, I have a thing with merch. It's like, if I go somewhere and they've got, like, let's use stubby cooler because we're sort of down the stubby cooler route right now. If I'm not going to use the stubby cooler in the venue, I'm probably not going to buy it.
yeah, right.
Like, I want it, like a surf club. Yeah, I'll probably do that because I'll just throw it around my schooner and sit out in the balcony.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And I've definitely bought things like stubby coolers in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Not locally, but I'd just take my own. But I wouldn't
Still mine.
But I think that's real. It's got to be relevant to you. Whatever the side hustle is,
And
it's
is it
got
a
to make
good
sense.
is it a good representation of your brand?
Of
as
your
well?
brand?
Because the
is it gonna
stubby
help
cooler
you?
would not have been a great representation of Esquire.
No,
But in a
knife
funny
could be.
yeah, great. Or a funny scenario would be I could relate it to, and I think in certain elements, Rickshaw's Bryce Boy, there's some synergy there.
Mhm.
By the beach, it's casual, but
Yep.
it could work there. But I go, you're selling 4 million bug rolls a day. You don't worry about your stubby coolers.
No, but
Try and find room to do 10 more.
yeah, I mean, again, it's like, well, what's that? What's the focus? What do we want to be? Same question. What do we want to be famous for? Is it stubby coolers? Then go for it.
Or if you've got a good business, right? If you've got a good business and you're turning over some good cabbage, buy some shirts and give them away. Like exactly what you said, just give them away.
Yeah.
Like I reckon that's cool because it's amazing what happens if you give somebody something for free. People love free shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
They may never wear it,
But it's like, again, it's like they use the what was I listening to something recently? It's that same thing. It's like, and you say this all the time. Giving away your product is the cheapest form of marketing. So no, that one off by heart. So, but it's like, but it makes sense, and that's the thing. It's like, it's not going to cost you something. It's not going to cost you much to throw a special down on a table full of 6 people and go, hey guys, we've just put this up for the team. This one's for you. Let us know what you think.
And excuse me if we've had this conversation, but have you tried those chocolates at Market One Store with the salt? You had them here.
I went straight down there and spent $50 on the things.
Is that not
You're welcome.
Is that not exactly what we're talking about?
Exactly. So just to be clear, a couple of weeks ago when we were recording here, a month ago we were recording here, TK had these salted caramels. So they're Pepe Saya butter, basically. And is it Olsen salt? Or yeah, Olsen salt. So great sea salt. And these things are $1 million for a packet.
$20.
It's $25. They're $2.50 a throw.
That's how much they are.
For each individual little candy like this. So I went home and I was like, no one is allowed to eat these.
They don't even call them candy. They call them bonbons.
Well, yeah, that's the fancy word for
it's like
candy.
wrapped up in a wax paper.
The packaging's smart. The external packaging's smart. The internal packaging's fucking great. And then the product is mind-blowing.
And I went, nobody is going to spend $20 or $25 on a box of chocolates.
Except for this dickhead over here who bought 2 of them.
So Annie, our the wine store manager, below Damo, who looks after Maroochydore, she opened a packet, which enraged me even fucking more. Because now she's opened a $25 box of chocolates.
And she's given one of each of those to someone, and every single person
Strike
bought
weight,
one.
100%.
Absolutely.
Every person that tried one brought one. And if that doesn't summarise what we're talking about now, I don't know fucking what does. So buy a stubby cool and give the sponsor away.
Yeah, so go and get.
Yes, we need those sponsors. We don't want money. We just want some chockies.
Yeah, chockies.
Honestly, I'll take some chocolate.
Yeah, we all want those.
The salted
Yeah,
caramel.
we just said we should sell them on the black market.
Let's insert the link of those chocolates here because I think the world needs to be introduced to those chocolates.
I think that's probably not a bad idea.
But I can tell you. You can have one. You could probably even have 2, 3. It tips you over the edge.
I'm a 1.5 is my limit.
I felt so sicker because they were so good.
But
to the third one, the chocolate coated ones, I was like, oh, I've gone too far.
They're a lot.
The caramels, because they do just the salted caramel with no
good.
chocolate.
Yeah, that's the.
I reckon you could have a bunch of them, but
again, that is something where Market is a wine store. It's set up to sell booze, but the addition of little bits and
Little
pieces,
bits.
like it was like we start with some decanters and some glassware and then some
The
wine
foie
openers
gras
and-
chips now. Have you seen them?
Oh, they're the French ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
And truffle plates. The crisps there are.
Jesus.
Are you talking
That's
about the
the
ones
thing.
at Market Wine Store?
Yeah.
Have you tried the pickle ones?
No.
They
I haven't tried any of
are
them because I love a salty plain chip, especially if I'm having
Yeah.
a beer.
Yeah.
And then Damo
ever-
got all these like
Fancy ones.
foie gras chips. I'm like, this is so dangerous.
It's too much.
I do not need to know what
Get-
they taste like.
Get the pickle ones. My God.
I got given 3 packets of chips last week because I was at a friend's place recently and we tried these things and they're like a brie flavor. They're French.
cheese.
chips. So the first one we had was brie. I'm like, this thing is ridiculous. So I was like,
I
where
reckon
do I
you're
get
a
these
chip
from?
guy too, are you?
Yes
What's your
and no.
favourite?
I bought a
chips.
pack of chips on the way here.
Did ya?
Yeah,
You
smash them all.
fat bastard.
Yeah,
Um,
salt and vinegar.
I think
How good are chips?
I don't know. I don't know what my favorite is. I like a lot of them though. I
Like
mean,
pizza.
in volume, no. But these things. So Annie went out, and to her credit, I don't know. She has this thing where she's like, "I've got some snacks. I'm going to drop them off for you." And I was like, "Oh, great," because she's a baker, and I was thinking, "Oh, great. She makes these amazing pies." And anyway, she brought 3 packets of these chips. So there's a brie flavored one, there's a Comté flavored one, and then
Jesus.
there's which I've tasted, inhaled both of those, and then the third packet I haven't tried is mushroom. And I was like, I
That's a
feel
bit
like
terrifying.
that's going to be. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's the one.
The
I thought-
foie gras one terrified me.
Yeah, it's-
Matt Evans is a mad fan of foie gras, and I sent him a picture of one, and literally an hour later, he sent me a picture back of it sitting on the
He's
front
got
seat of
one.
his car. Yeah, his wife is a mad foie gras person,
Really?
and I don't know. Hopefully he's listening, but I don't know if he's tried fresh foie gras. I'm like, mate, if your missus loves Australian foie gras, when you
Go
go
and get a
overseas
fresh
next, go some
loaf.
fresh one, and you'll change her world.
Toasted brioche, fresh
Oh,
loaf, foie gras,
Candied apples,
glass of Sauterne. Thank you.
shadow
Well
you
done.
can.
We need
Get
to wrap
amongst
up.
it.
Sorry, guys. we're
Okay,
gonna
so
run out of footage.
so the long and short story is, do it, but do the math. Make sure it makes sense, and not just the math, but it's got to make.
Is it a
sense
good
for your business.
representation of your business?
Engage with your community.
There we go.
And like, follow, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit
Please.
things, buttons,
Please.
buttons.
Red one. Please. I love you.
That's too much.
right.
Eggplant emoji. Egg again.
No fucking eggplants.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.